What if I told you that everything you've been taught about fat loss is a lie? That the endless hours on the treadmill, the punishing gym sessions, they are not the secret to a lean body. The fitness industry sells you a myth of suffering, but the real secret to shedding fat lies not in the gym, but on your plate. Today, we are ditching the workout and diving deep into the nutritional biochemistry that lets you burn fat while doing absolutely nothing. This is the science of how to eat for a sedentary metabolism. To lose fat without exercise, you have to understand how your body actually uses energy. This is called your total daily energy expenditure. And here's the shocking truth: that hour you spend sweating it out at the gym, it accounts for a tiny fraction of your daily calorie burn, often less than 10%. The vast majority of calories you burn come from simply existing, keeping your body alive, your organs functioning, and digesting the food you eat. So when we remove the gym from the equation, your diet needs to become laser-focused. We're not trying to burn off what you ate. We're trying to prevent it from being stored as fat in the first place. We're going to rebuild your nutrition from the ground up, focusing on 3 scientific pillars: boosting the thermic effect of food, mastering insulin sensitivity, and maximizing satiety per calorie. Let's start with the most powerful tool in your non-exercise arsenal: protein. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's the ultimate metabolic weapon for the sedentary person. This is because of something called the thermic effect of food, or TEF. Your body processes different macronutrients in very different ways. When you eat fats or carbs, your body uses very little energy to digest and store them. But protein is a different beast. It's structurally complex. Your body has to work incredibly hard to break it down into amino acids. In fact, you burn about 20 to 30% of the calories in protein just through the process of digestion. Think of it as a metabolic tax. If you're not exercising, you must exploit this biological loophole by making lean proteins the star of your diet. Things like egg whites, white fish like cod or tilapia, chicken breast, and Greek yogurt. You are essentially forcing your body to burn more calories just by eating. This artificially raises your metabolic rate. On top of that, protein is the undisputed champion of hunger suppression. It crushes the hunger hormone ghrelin more effectively than any other food. If you're not burning calories through activity, you simply can't afford to walk around feeling hungry and deprived. A high-protein diet is your non-negotiable insurance policy against overeating and snacking. Now for the second pillar, which directly tackles the problem of hunger. When you cut calories without exercising, your stomach is going to complain. It will signal emptiness, and that can lead to failure. The solution is a strategy called volume eating. This strategy leverages special sensors in your stomach lining called mechano-receptors. These receptors don't count calories. They respond to physical volume. They send fullness signals to your brain based on how much your stomach is stretched. So, your goal is to eat foods that are physically large but calorically small. We're talking about cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and all the leafy greens you can handle. Fiber is the key here, and it does 2 critical things. First, it physically fills up your stomach, triggering those satiety signals I mentioned. Second, it dramatically slows down how quickly your stomach empties. This means food sits in your stomach for longer, keeping you feeling full and satisfied for hours, all without spiking your blood sugar. If you are sedentary, this is the rule. Half of your plate at every single meal must be filled with fibrous vegetables. This allows you to eat a satisfyingly large amount of food while effortlessly staying in a calorie deficit. Okay, let's talk about the fat storage hormone, insulin. When you exercise, your muscles are like hungry sponges, eagerly soaking up glucose sugar from your bloodstream to use as fuel. But when you don't exercise, your muscles are already full. They don't need any more fuel. So, if you eat high glycemic carbohydrates, things like bread, pasta, white rice, and sugar while you're inactive, your blood sugar skyrockets. Since your muscles have no use for that energy, the hormone insulin swoops in, grabs all that excess sugar, and shuttles it directly into your fat cells. That's how you gain body fat. To lose fat without the gym, you absolutely must keep your insulin levels low and stable. This means you eliminate all liquid calories. No more sodas, no more fruit juices, and minimal alcohol. It also means you need to swap those simple, starchy carbs for complex ones with a much lower glycemic index, like quinoa, lentils, or sweet potatoes, and you must strictly control your portion size. Physiologically, if you haven't been moving, you haven't earned a high-carb meal. Keeping your carb intake low forces your body to look elsewhere for energy, and that elsewhere is your stored body fat. But there's an important caveat here. We are not eliminating fats entirely. Healthy fats are absolutely essential for regulating your hormones, which is crucial for a healthy metabolism. However, because you aren't expending a lot of energy, fats must be measured with extreme precision. Fat is more than twice as calorically dense as protein or carbs, making it incredibly easy to overconsume. You need to focus on monounsaturated fats, think avocados, olive oil, and almonds. These specific fats help with nutrient absorption and contribute to satiety, but they must be treated as a garnish, not a main course. A single tablespoon of olive oil or just a quarter of an avocado is all you need. Don't eyeball it. Measure it. So, how does this all come together in a real meal? Let's build the perfect anti-gym plate right now. First, we fill 50% of the plate with our high-fiber, non-starchy vegetables. Let's imagine some delicious roasted broccoli and a big handful of fresh spinach. This gives you volume, fiber, and vital micronutrients for almost no calories. Next, we fill 35% of the plate with a lean protein source. This could be a perfectly grilled salmon fillet or a juicy chicken breast. This is what will kickstart your thermogenesis and protect your muscle mass as you lose fat. Finally, that last 15% of the plate is reserved for a very small, controlled portion of either healthy fats or complex carbs. Maybe that is a small scoop of chickpeas or a careful drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over your vegetables. That's it. That is the formula for a fat-burning meal that requires zero exercise. Before we wrap this up, there's one more critical component: hydration. The scientific term for burning fat is lipolysis. And on a biochemical level, this entire process requires water molecules to happen. If you are even slightly dehydrated, your metabolism will slow down. It's a biological fact. Furthermore, our brains are notoriously bad at telling the difference between thirst and hunger. We often reach for a snack when what our body really needs is a glass of water. So here is a simple, effective protocol for anyone living a sedentary lifestyle. Drink 500 milliliters of water the moment you wake up. Then, drink another full glass of water about 20 minutes before every single meal. This simple habit primes your metabolism for the day and naturally helps with portion control, making you feel fuller before you've even taken a bite. Losing body fat is not about punishment. It's about biology. The gym is a fantastic tool for building strength and improving heart health, but it is not the gatekeeper of a lean physique. That power lies with you. By prioritizing protein to boost your metabolic rate, using fiber-rich vegetables to control your hunger, and carefully managing your insulin levels by limiting refined carbohydrates, you can fundamentally change your body composition entirely through what you eat. You don't need to outrun a bad diet. You just need to design a smart one. Take control of what's on your fork, and your body will have no choice but to respond. Thank you for watching. If you found this scientific breakdown helpful, please subscribe for more evidence-based guides to nutrition. I'll see you in the next video.